Alright, hey guys, I just finished completing all of Tekken 6. When I say complete, I mean all the achievements. And let me start with scenario mode, considering that is by far the worst element of this game. Like, I'll give it credit where it's due. Like, it's cool that a fighting game is trying to break free of its, like, fighting roots, but, like, it's like a beat 'em up. Okay, like, scenario mode, first of all, is like the story mode. It's like following the story of this amnesia soldier named Lars. Pretty much, he meets this like android who's like controlled by the bad guy, but you don't know this yet, and you basically just go through like 30 levels of beating the shit out of every enemy you see. And that'd be fun and everything if it was actually constructed well, but what we get is a 2D fighter put into a 3D world where basically in order to hit like your enemies, you have to lock onto them, okay? Once you lock onto them, you go into like, it doesn't change the camera view or anything, but what it does is it like your 2D controls come into play. Like if you hold back, you'll go back. If you hold forward, you go forward. And the way this game works is like your left analog is how you move around mainly. And once you go into combat, you can't run. So what that means is, in order to do like up attack or down attacks or forward or backward attacks, you have to use your D-pad. Okay. So your left trigger or your left analog is basically your movement. Your D-pad is your moves, and then you have your X, A, B, and Y is your everything pretty much, like your light punch, light kick, heavy kick. And they also throw down like 3 different weapons. Like there's a lead pipe you can find, there's a Gatling gun you can find, and a flamethrower you can find. And there's usually like at least one in every level. They make it killing enemies pretty fast. And so yeah, the campaign's like 30 or 40 levels long. And it's kind of cool that you can like customize your character's like setup. Like let's say you like attach a sword, like your sword could give you like plus 36% attack power or something like that. You have like stats and stuff. And if you don't know about that, like I did, you're probably going to get towards the end of the game and just realize how hard the game gets. Because you can only play on normal or hard mode. So once you figure out about stat building and stuff like that, it gets pretty, like, extremely easy. It took me, I think, like, 8 hours to beat the campaign. Like, all of the levels and stuff. All the characters come unlocked from the beginning, too, which is good. So then we have online mode. Well, like, 2D fighting mode, I guess. You know, you have, like, arcade mode, which is just, like, 8 levels. Not bad. You have, like, survival, time attack, team attack, and all those modes. They all work pretty cool. One thing I like, though, is, when you're playing arcade mode and a few other modes, they'll actually name your, like, computer-controlled opponent, like, something that would sound like a gamer would make. Like, I was fighting Devil Jin, and it said his name was, like, XXX, Devil XXX. Like, they kind of give, like, the whole username to your enemies and stuff. It's kind of cool to see that. From what I played online, I played like maybe 35 matches or so. There was a lot of lag, and there was like no rank discrimination. Like you fought whoever you fought, pretty much, which led me to like 10 matches of these fuckers with like 5,000 wins, 2,000 losses, and they'd pretty much just juggle me until I died. And that was kind of rough, you know, like. Maybe they could sort by ranking or something like a good game would do. Like, for example, in Halo 3, or Halo 2, any of the Halos, with online, what they do is, you have a ranking, okay? Just like in Tekken, you have a ranking. And what they do is, you search for people around your rank. If you don't find anybody within the 1 minute zone, they extend that perimeter by like a few more ranks, and they keep doing that until you find a match. This game, you just lock onto the closest opponent to you, so yeah, it's not really cool. What else? Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, the story is pretty interesting. Like, fighting games usually don't have deep storylines, but this one was actually pretty cool, and I don't know, I liked it a little bit. It was pretty interesting. And, I'd say it's an okay fighter, but it's like $30 now. I'd say pick it up when it's maybe a little bit cheaper, or run it like I did. It's an easy 1000 gamer score. It took me like 14 hours, I believe, to complete. It's not bad at all. So yeah, I recommend getting either Street Fighter or Super Street Fighter 4 comes out at the end of the month. I think if you're gonna get a fighter, go with that or Soul Calibur 4. Yeah, I'd say those are probably the two best fighters on the 360. I haven't really played many other besides those, so I really can't say like King of Fighters is good or Virtua Fighter is good. All I know is Tekken's pretty good.